So we have a question here, the last digit. And the first step is to actually understand the question. Now you can pause and read carefully. Now when you go through the question, you'll see that we are required to write a program that will generate a random number using rand, srand, and rand mass. Then secondly, we are to get the last digit of that random number and then print if the last digit is greater than 5, if the last digit is equal to 0, or if the last digit is less than 6 but not 0. So I think that is the question. Alright, we'll head over to code block and write the code. Now you were given part of the code. It says here you can find the source code here. So alright, so this is part of the code that we were given. You can see they've declared the variable n, and we have srand time is 0, and we have n is equal to rand minus rand max over 2. Now this expression will generate the random number, and this second one here, n equal to rand minus rand max over 2, will make sure that the number is the number could be positive, negative, or 0. Now if I change this to probably plus or times, it means all the number will likely be positive numbers. Alright, so that is that. Now the first thing we're to do here is to declare a variable that will hold the last digit. So it's obviously going to be an integer, so I'll be using int, and let's call this variable x. Now the value of x is going to be n modulo 10, n modulo 10. So that's how you get the last digit of a number. So now let's throw in the if else statement. So first of all, we're going to say if, according to the question, the first one is that the last digit is greater than 5. So we say if we put our bracket, if x, which is the last digit, is greater than 5. So we want this to print so print f, open up our bracket. So we want it to print the last digit is this and is greater than 5. So we say the last digit is, we'll put our format specifier, which is a %d because the last digit is an integer, is this. The last digit of, so the last digit of the number is, now we'll put the second specifier. So because we're going to have two numbers here, the last digit of the first one, which is the number, is the second one, which is the last digit. So and is greater than 5, and is greater than 5. So the side we should put a new line. So for new line, we're going to have a /n. So that's that. Then we'll go to the end of this line. We'll put a comma. We'll put our first variable, which is n. Put another comma, and we'll put our second variable, which is s. And then we close the line. So we're done with the first part. Now the second part, say else, because we're looking at 3 conditions. Else if we open our, so we're going to say else if x, which is the last digit, is less than 6. X is less than 6. And so this is where we use the logical operator and. So and x is not 0. That means the last digit is not equal to 0. So here we are going to print the last digit of the number, the last digit of, we'll put our format specifier for the first number, the last digit of the number is, now we'll put for the last digit, and it's less than 6, and is less than 6, but not 0, and not 0, and not 0. So we put an end to the line, put a new line, /n. Then we'll go to the end, we'll put a comma, put our first variable n, put a comma, put our second variable s, and then we close the line. So we're done with the second question. So the last one now, we're going to use else, since that is all that is left. And then we are going to print. So the last condition is that the digits is 5. So we'll print the last digits, sorry, is 0. The last digit is the last digit of the number, is the first %d, is is, we put the second one, and it's 0. So it says the last digit of this is this, and is 0. So we put our new line, go to the end, put our comma, put our first variable, put a comma, put the second variable, and then we close. I think we're done. It says alright, so you can see it says the last digit of 10,466 is 6, and it's greater than 5. So when I go back, it's going to, when I run again, it's going to pick a different number. So take note, you see the number is going to change. So now it's 10,544. So you can see the last digit of 10,544 is 4, and is less than 6 and not 0. So when I go back again and keep doing this, it's going to print a different number every time, and it's going to give the last digits, and it will tell us whether or not it is you can see here it says the last digit is 10,622. So the last digit is 2, and it's less than 6 and not 2. All right, thanks.